Hey my friends. Hey, I got another second project I have going on today, and that is to cook some pork to go in steamed buns. So this is going to be a nice, flavorful pork, which I'm going to cook on the stovetop, and we'll have it later on to add to steamed buns or to add into rice or noodles or whatever we want to cook it with. Come on with me and let's do this one. These are the ingredients to make my pork filling, which I'm going to be putting in some steamed buns. What I have here is a half a cup of chicken bouillon, and I made this with Better Than Bouillon paste. I've got some 5-spice powder, which I'm just going to put a pinch of it in there. I've got 1 medium-sized onion. Garlic, this is the equivalent of about 8 cloves of garlic. Yep, it's got a lot of garlic in it. For some aromatics, I've got some cinnamon and star anise, which I'm going to add to the mixture. I've got 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. I've got 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of the dark soyxing wine, or rice wine. I also have a bowl, which I'm going to use because I'm going to combine the chicken stock with these ingredients for a sauce. And I've got an additional 2 cups of water, which will be added later in the cook. My pork, this is about 2.5 pounds of pork. And what it is actually pork ribs. And when I do my barbecue competitions, I have a lot of pork left over from the ribs. So I just took the meaty sections that I had left over, made sure I didn't have any cartilage in there, and just diced it into pieces. I'm going to first mix the sauce that's going to go in this pork. And that's taking the half a cup of chicken broth and mixing all the other ingredients, the soy sauce, hoisin sauce, honey, dark soy sauce, soyxing wine. Did I leave out anything? Mixing all those ingredients together. This is going to be for a nice flavoring of this pork. Give that all a mix. This doesn't go in our pork until after we've browned it. I've got my Dutch oven on the stove, and I have it on a little less than medium heat. I've got a little bit of canola oil in here. The original recipe for this was for a pork belly filling, and they called it gua bao, G-U-A, bao, B-A-O, for a pork belly bun. And as mentioned, I'm using rib, the rib tips and the trim from ribs. It is not as fatty as, say, a pork belly would be, so therefore I did put the oil in there. Let's add that on in, and we're going to brown this. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes, get that going. Not putting any seasonings or anything like that in here yet. We'll wait till we get it browned. My pork has been cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes, and a lot of moisture is being released. And I'm going to let that moisture evaporate so that the meat can brown in the oils that are inside the pot. That's going to be a few more minutes. It's all important to have that brownish color. That's all in the appearance of the buns when you have the pork nice and mahogany looking. You can tell that the water has evaporated. just by the sizzle sound. So now we're in the browning stages of this pork. You can see now that my pork is browning quite a bit. And at this point I can add in the garlic and the onions. One of the significance of the browning is causing caramelization of the pork all around, and that's flavor. In addition, that brown at the bottom, that font, is also flavor. And when we put the sauce in, that's going to deglaze all of that. One of the considerations for not putting the onions and the garlic in before the meat is brown is because the moisture that's in both of those would inhibit the browning action. Okay, I'm going to go in with the onion. And the garlic. And I'm only going to combine these two for a couple of minutes before I add the sauce. I don't want to burn the garlic, but I do want it to get some of the rawness out. It's been a couple of minutes, and I'm now going to add the sauce mixture. And that's assisting deglazing the pan also, and getting all that goodness off the bottom. While adding lots and lots of flavor to the pork. And that's going to cook for a couple minutes. And then we'll add our star anise, our cinnamon stick, a couple of sprinklings of 5-spice powder, and the water. See how the bottom, well, I hope you can see how the bottom of the pan has been deglazed. That means all that good tasty stuff on the bottom is now being incorporated into the meat. It's at this stage now that I add 2 cups of water, the star anise, and the cinnamon. And we're going to cook this until a lot of that water reduces in there and we're back down to a nice sauce. And the pork is cooked. Also want to put in there a couple of dashes of 5-spice powder. Not a lot. This cooks uncovered to facilitate the reduction of that sauce. My pork mixture has reduced and it's ready. We are going to serve these in some steamed buns with some condiments like cucumber, cilantro, if I still have it in the refrigerator, haven't checked yet,